Welcome back. So I guess you would say this is probably my first haul video for 2024. I know I said I wasn't going to source, but I checked Craigslist, because I always check Craigslist, to see if there's anything interesting coming around. And there is a place a couple towns over from me where they have sort of a seasonal business, and then they resell things in almost like a flea market when you go in there, because it's a great big place in there, and they've got things everywhere and all sorts of different items. And I do like to go there a couple times in the winter. I noticed that they were running today, so I thought, okay, I'm gonna go check this out. And I'm glad I did, actually. Found a few things personally for myself. So I actually spent $25 there, but $21 of it is things I picked up to resell. I've already done the comps on these, and I'm figuring probably about $80 to $100 worth of vinyl that I've gotten here, and these other items, which I'll get to in a minute. But the vinyl that I picked up, and actually, okay, I have to back up a little bit. I have to give my husband credit, because normally I've looked at the vinyl there before, and usually they're a little bit on the rougher side. Plus, the only ones that I know are the best ones to pick up are like the 80s hair bands, metal kind of stuff. Pretty much the stuff I used to listen to when I was younger. So it's easy for me to recognize what will probably sell pretty good vinyl-wise. Plus, the condition on these was pretty good for pre-owned. There, it was pretty good. And I did slide the records out while I was there, and they all looked quite good. They had their sleeves. It appears to be original sleeves. This one was Night Ranger. And let's see. Yeah, so I don't want to take the records out right now, but yeah, the outer, there's no, I mean, there's rubbing on the edges, but that's about it. Plus, they were probably stored wrong and stored flat at one time, because whenever you can see the record outline, it means at some point they were stored probably flat like this instead of properly like up like this. Once I list them, I make sure that they are standing upright on their edges. And the next one, this is actually the first one that my husband picked up, Journey. Oh God, and I'm ashamed to say I walked past it, but he picked this one right up, and I looked, I'm like, oh, nope, back up. I'm like, Jesus, how did I miss that? But in the past, when I've looked through the vinyl there, I usually don't find these. These are what people who go there generally grab. So somehow I managed to get in on a few of these. Plus, my husband said somebody came in right behind us and started pulling more. So there's probably some bands that I just don't know enough about, and he was probably somebody who really just deals in vinyl and knows more of the profit margins there. But yeah, I saw this one and I'm like, yep, yeah, we're getting that one. She had them $3 a piece. So the vinyl I paid, let's see, $5.15 for all the vinyl. This one, Night Ranger, Midnight Madness. Again, I probably would not have even picked these up if their covers were bad. I probably wouldn't have gotten them. Usually with vinyl, it's really all about how good they are. You know, obviously the record itself, does it have its original sleeve and the condition of that. But yeah, it's all about condition on these. And this one, Alice Cooper, Welcome to My Nightmare. So this one, I actually did not, I don't think I've ever seen this one before. See, I can't remember if my husband, okay, 1975, so that's probably why I'm more of the 80s. So, yeah, and this one was pretty good. Yeah, the sleeve on this one had some tearing on it, but it looks like it has the song lyrics and everything on there. So I'll just disclose and show in my pictures that the sleeve, the inner sleeve, has some tearing on it. And this one, I grabbed it, but I think I meant to put it back because I think when I did the when I got home and I looked a little closer on the comps on it, it was a little lower than I thought, but that's all right. I got it. I'll list it. I've only been home about an hour or two. I've already done drafts for all of these, so these just need photos and they're right up. So that's my goal this year, is when I go out sourcing, is to try and get as much as I can from that day listed, probably within 24 hours to 48 hours. Just so this pile that I have around me does not get this bad again. Okay, so these were very interesting. They had a table of free stuff, and these were free. I gotta do a little bit of clean on them. They're a little dusty, but they're in pretty decent condition. But these are, let's see, yeah, they just sit on the edge of a shelf or something just like that, and then you can hang a stocking. Now, these are light plastic, so I probably wouldn't hang a heavy stocking, probably empty stockings. But yeah, they're really nice, and they were very vintage. 1982 on these, and the little bears. These were 1985. Let's see. Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah, no, I'm right. 85. Now, the only thing that intrigues me about the bears is that there's holes in the back of the head. And I cannot tell what that's for. I thought, well, maybe it made a noise at some point. I mean, either that or that was a place to put potpourri and the smell came out, because I know I've picked those up before. They usually don't make a lot of money, but a few dollars, you definitely make a profit on them. But they also take a long time to sell. So I don't. There's no smell to it or anything, and there's no way to open it though that I can tell. And I certainly don't want to crack it or anything, but I can't figure out why they both have holes in the back of the head like that. But the company that made these, Sun Hill Industries Incorporated, 1985, and same thing with the Santas. Now, one thing I love to sell is things like this, things that give people the nostalgia. They might have had these, sitting on their shelf when they were kids, and they just like to get that feeling back, or because I have a lot of feedback on my feedback on eBay that after they get the item, then they talk about how it brings them back and things like that, and I love getting that kind of feedback. So this kind of hit the mark on that, and these were actually the free pile. So, and I feel like I'm missing something. Well, there was other. Oh no, I'm not. That's right, because everything else that I got today, I spent 25, but it was actually $15 in items to resell because these were free, and it was 15 I spent on the records. So between these and the records, I figure somewhere around 80 to $100, somewhere in there, and probably after fees and 50 to 60 in profit. So that's not bad. Um, it was pretty decent. It was nice to get out and do a little bit of sourcing. I really haven't done that in months, because of the weather, of course. It's New England that I live in, so it's pretty rough. And I do try to hit thrift stores now and again. And sometimes I get lucky and I hit a few things in one trip. Most of the time, I just have to keep walking because I'm like, there's just not enough profit margin in what's being charged versus what I can spend. So, yeah, that kind of, I feel primed up a little for this season, just in that. Plus, the fact I gave the lady that runs it my card. So I guess because I asked her if she sells on eBay, and she does, but she really sells the um, like glassware and things like that. Uh, and but a lot of the times, all this other stuff comes with it. So I'm not sure if she does auction lots or storage units or something like that. I'm thinking auction lots. So that this everything in there pretty much represents all the extra stuff. And so that's why she tries to sell that off in the winter, and then she has her seasonal business. Um, so I gave her my card and everything, and she's going to put me on her special list. So when they are bringing new stock, I guess, in there, I'll get a text, which will be great because I'll know, when are the best times to come because I'll actually get a message. So, and I'm very careful about when I pass my cards out or mention that I'm a reseller because sometimes you just don't know how people are going to react. But I heard her talking to somebody about shipping things, and I felt like she must have done that with the amount of stuff that was in there. But it's nice. There's somebody that's not too far away that deals in the same thing that I do, and now I've made a contact. That's my other goal for this year is trying to develop that kind of those relationships and maybe get some better inventory or get ahead, um, and looking at better inventory and getting a chance to bring it in. Um, I'm going to do another video on that about my goals and everything this year. I'm just working on my list. I guess that's it. Please comment. Hey, you know what? If you know what these things are for, if there's a purpose for these holes, comment down below, please. Um, God, and if you know if they open, please comment down below because I would love to know. I would love to be able to add that to my listing. Are they for like holding potpourri, or was there, you know, some kind of sound that it made at one time? Um, I just don't want to mess with it too much, um, for fear that it's gonna break or something. But okay, yeah. So please like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.